Good morning to all. With the continuation of the accounts class in the topic bill of exchange, today we have discussing about difference between bill of exchange and promissory note. Bill of exchange, we already complete what is the meaning, definition, concept, terms, what are the methods they can utilize in the bill of exchange. These are all the things. And now we have discussing about promissory note first of all, then we can see in the difference between the bill of exchange and the promissory note. Promissory note, in the sense, it is mean by it is also one of the negotiable instrument contained between the only on two parties. For example, bill of exchange we can take in the three parties: drawer, drawee, pay. Drawer in the sense sales, drawee in the sense purchaser, payee in the sense to whom the purchaser going to pay the amount to the concerned party. Okay, that is called as a payee. So here, promissory note, there are two party. One is the drawer, another one is the drawee. Okay, and one more example for promissory note. It is an important futures. Always the promissory notes deals with the future aspects. Okay, and promising the amount repay to drawer. Okay, so it is created by the drawer, and it always consists in the future payment. So what the payment, it should be mentioned in the promissory note. They compulsory pay to the drawer. Okay, it simply we can say is that the promissory note, for example, I want to immediate a financial assistant, so I get money from X or Y, some of the party. Okay, so for the evidence purpose, that X or Y party getting authentication from me. Okay, so that documentation we can call as a promissory note. So I got 50,000 rupees from X. So after the 1 year or 2 years back, I will pay the principal amount of 50,000 rupees plus interest with the stipulated time. Okay, so that assurance we can making in the some of the documentation. So that is called as a promissory note. As promissory note having the date, drawee or drawee name, and how much of amount I can get from the creditor, and maker signature or drawer signature by the bottom of the promissory note. So it is also like one of the checkbook. Okay, it is a evidence for getting money from the X or Y. So creditors getting the creation of the evidence from me. So that is a concept. Okay, so this is a concept of bill of exchange and promissory note. And now we have discussing about bill of exchange and promissory note. Definitely the questions are very important. In case the unit 5 they can ask from the theory part, it is also one of the important question. So you can mainly concentrate for this difference between bill of exchange and promissory note. Okay, so probably it may be asked in 8 more. Okay, so first one, definition. A negotiable instrument issued to over the debtor to pay the creditor. Okay, so bill of exchange, you know that drawer and drawee, drawer making the bills to given the certain period to the drawee. So that is called as 3 months and 3 days grace period. Okay, after that the drawee may be repaying the amount to the drawer. Okay, and promissory note, a negotiable instrument issued by the debtor with a written promise to pay. For example, bill of exchange, it may be a discount allowed, already I told that. But promissory note, there is no any discount. What I should be agree at the time of getting money from the creditors, I definitely pay that amount. There is no any discount from the creditors. Okay, so that is here we can say is that debtor with a written promise to pay. Okay, is it? And second point, it is deals with the section of 5 Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. The same act, but the section is 4. Okay, நல்லா bright பண்ணிக்கலாம். Next issued by bill of exchange issued by creditor and promissory note issued by the debtor. Sir, how it is creditor and debtor's differentiation here? So creditor bill of, in the term of bill of exchange, creditors making the bill and give to the drawee, okay, and in the form of promissory note, the drawer or maker receiving from the acceptance. Okay, so I want to pay the money on so much of date. Okay, it is assurance. I will give the assurance to the drawer. Okay, so in the part of promissory note, so debtor given the assurance to the creditor. Okay, and next one, acceptance. Drawee needs to accept the bill. Okay, so after the 3 months and 3 days of grace period, drawee going to accepting the payment to repaying the drawer. Okay, so they needing the acceptance. So when we can start from the sum, you maybe understand that. And next one, here promissory notes, there is no any acceptance required from the drawer. Okay, so once the promissory note it is written by the drawer, written by the drawee, it always acceptable one. Okay, there is no changes or alternation made in the particular promissory note. Okay, and next point, liability of the drawer is secondary and conditionals. Okay, so in case the bill of exchange dishonor, maybe it is a responsible go to the drawer, but here liability of drawer is a primary. Okay, so in case I could not able to paying the money to the creditors, he is a compulsory liable person. Okay, and next one, dishonoring of the instrument. In case of dishonoring, you know the term of dishonoring in the sense maybe the drawee could not able to repaying the amount in the future dates. So dishonor of instrument, notice served to all the concerned. In case I am a dishonor in the term of bill of exchange, I can serve my notice to all. So and so reason I could not able to pay the money. But in the promissory notes, there is no any notice served to the drawer. Okay, I am an insolvency, I could not able to repayment the amount on such a position. I am always dishonoring only instrument. Okay, and I can convey message to the creditor. That's all. There is no any notice. And next two, copies. Bill of exchange have an copies, one copies, duplicate copies, original copies given to the drawee, and duplicate copies maintained with the drawer. Okay, at the same time, the promissory note, always no copies, only the promissory note drawing by the drawee, so making by the drawee and hand over to the creditors. So okay, they should be maintaining the documents until the payment should be received from the debtors. Okay, and next one, the last point, it is payable to the drawer or maker. Yes, the sum of the person can be drawer and payee. So already I told that. So drawee transaction, I am receiving money from the drawee, so on behalf of you can pay money to the somebody else. Okay, I can redirect to the drawee. The same concept does not applicable with the promissory note. Okay, only I given the money. Okay, or I am receiving the money from the creditors. I am only paying money to my creditors. I could not I am not possible to pay anybody. Okay, only I am responsible to my creditors. Okay, so we can conclude our classes. So from these classes we have discussing the difference between bill of exchange and promissory note. Again I repeat you, it is a very important question. Please make your concentrations. Okay, And if you have any doubt and clarification, uh, please put your command to the YouTube or elsewhere. You can message me in the official WhatsApp. Thank you.